Alrighty. Today's topic is gonna be um had it in my head, what was it? Oh, doing the little things. Doing the little things. And this will apply. This is kind of like a break point in between what we normally would do. But this will apply. And I'm sorry, yesterday's our last episode was so like kind of all over the place. My thoughts were just I was already very tired, and my thoughts were just not flowing properly. But we'll have a good discussion today. So basically, I want to talk about why it's important to do the things, do the little things that feel tedious, and to make them habit. And we'll give a few examples of things you can do, to sort of help yourself, and things that you can take away from it, so that you can apply it to yourself on your own. So that way, it's not something that's just an idea. That way, it's something you guys can actually, apply to yourselves and all that good stuff. So, you know the drill already. We'll do our 2 sets. One here, one off camera, and we'll do our cable crunches, and we'll talk about our topic over there. Ready? Should have moved my stuff before I did that set, but whatever. Okay. One more off camera. Okay. So, you may be thinking, okay, what do you mean by doing the little things? We're going to talk about, we'll talk about two aspects of what I mean. So we'll talk about like when it comes to your training and when it comes to your mentality, and why doing the little things is beneficial to both of them. So a couple of examples I can list off of my head just for your training. One of them is doing your cardio, obviously. And then the other one would be making sure that you have I guess like dedicated time towards ensuring that your form doesn't go out the window. Especially in your initial stages of lifting, it is very easy to want to progress, especially if you're gonna bulk. It's very easy to kind of think that, oh, I'm eating so much and I feel so much stronger. It's very easy to over shoot, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, it's tempting to pick up weight that you may not be quite ready for simply because you feel strong enough to do it. We have to keep in mind at any point in our lifting journey that progressing is something that's going to take time. And in order for us to progress the correct way and not, rush things and then eventually regress, we have to make sure that we're progressing in increments that are not only healthy for us, but realistic for what we're trying to accomplish, whether we be in a bulk period, a cutting period, whatever. And then for cardio, a lot of people kind of skip this because it's like, they say, oh, I'm already lifting weights, whatever. But cardio is something that allows you to keep, especially if you're in a bulk, it allows you to keep eating in that surplus. It allows you to keep pushing your body to its limits, because you're keeping your heart healthy, right? You're doing things that are setting yourself up for success rather than failure. And yeah, it's little things like that, you guys. I think it is very easy to get wrapped up in this idea of progress being this huge ordeal. And I think some people get confused with this idea of like, okay, since not lifting weights, since progress is a big ordeal, it requires only large changes to take place, you know? But no, in reality, progress is made with little changes over long periods of time. And the more we can kind of focus in on little things that we can change immediately, smaller problems that we can solve instantly, the easier we'll make the process, for our future selves. Because the more you kind of ingrain these smaller habits that set you up for success, maybe 2, 3, 4 years down the road, you don't have to worry about doing that because it's something that just happens innately. It's not something that you have to think about anymore. It's not something you're stressing yourself out over. So I want you guys, especially if you're listening to this and you're just starting your journey, I want you guys to consider what you think in your mind. It could be like procrastinating a little less. It could be, maybe going on a walk. It could be like literally any little thing. And I want you guys to start implementing discipline towards that weakness or that, not, what's it called? I don't want to call it weakness because obviously like it's not something that's a bad thing, right? Because you're just starting. What's it called? I guess like apply discipline to the little problems you can fix without much issue. Because a lot of times we have those little things, right? And those little things tend to add up. So the faster we can solve those little problems and get them out of our mind, right? Get them out of our mindset, the faster we can focus on the big issues that we have, right? The big problems that present themselves when we inevitably do try to do something that is going to be really changing a really big aspect of change in our life. That's not to say that you need to fixate on these things, but they do need attention, right? Yeah, they do need attention. And it is something that I hope that you guys can learn here so that, you don't have the same problem as I do. Because right now I struggle with that, right? I struggle with focusing on the little things and making sure that I'm doing, the little things because I get lazy. I've been doing this for 4 years and it may not seem like a long time. Like if I'm looking at it, it's not a long time. Like in comparison to how much other people have been doing this, like it's not a long time by any means it's not. But because I didn't develop those habits early on, it's harder for me to implement them now because I'm not used to it. So my hope is that you guys take this information and are, do better than I am. Okay, so we got one here, one off camera, do some decline sit-ups, and then we'll check things out. Okay, one more off camera. Hopefully you guys can understand this, but like, one of the main reasons why I put this content out isn't because like I want to feel like I know more than you guys. It's because I want there to be someone out there that sees what I'm doing or sees this and can learn from it and be better than me. I tell you guys this all the time. I am just an average person. I am just me. And, you know, with everything that I can accomplish, I know there's someone out there that is starting earlier than me that can learn from this and can avoid the mistakes that I'm making. And so hopefully someone out there is listening and you can see and learn from what I'm doing and not make the same mistakes and be better. And the world will be better for it. So that's the goal. That's the end goal. But okay, let's right, I'm gonna take off my headphones because they never stay on for this exercise. Okay. Nope. Come on, that can't be it. Nope, that's it. Okay. One more off camera. And we'll go check things out. Alrighty. Hopefully, you guys can learn from that. And learn from me. And not in the sense that I'm better than you or that I know more. Just someone with more experience. That's it. And you guys will learn it with practice. Just don't make the same mistakes I did, guys. Save yourself the trouble. But if you did enjoy the content, please drop a like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video.